Welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your astrology horoscope for April 11th, which is the new moon in Aries. So, before I talk about the new moon in Aries, I want to give a brief background about the energy that we are coming into the new moon with. So, I want to go back to the new moon that happened in the sign of Pisces on March 13th, 12th, 13th, 2021. And with that new moon, the entire month till April 11th, we were releasing the past that has been with us for many, many, many years. And now, with this new moon coming up today, we would have completely released the past. And for the past 2 to 3 days, we have been in the balsamic phase of the moon. And during this phase, we do a lot of release. We do a lot of subconscious release. And we may not feel the most energetic at this time. We may feel a little tired. We may feel like we require more sleep. So just be mindful of that. And the next thing that I want to touch upon before I talk about the new moon is that Mercury is here, okay? You guys can see it. And Chiron is here. On April 9th, which is about 2 days ago, they conjuncted. They met up. They met up in the sign of Aries, all right? And this was significant because on April 9th, when they met up, we healed mentally. We have been releasing, and with that release process in the past 1 month, we have healed as well, because when we release, we heal. But mentally, we were not able to imbibe that healing, so to speak. But on April 9th, when Mercury and Chiron conjuncted, mentally, we imbibed that healing. Okay? So as we come into this new moon in Aries, it's important to remember that we are over the past in an extremely powerful way, in a way that we haven't been able to for the longest time, years, okay, if not decades. And this is also the past that goes back 35 to 38 years. Okay, so it's a long, long time, a past that has been with us for a long, long time that we are releasing. Okay, all right. Now we can talk about the new moon energy. But before we get into the exact new moon, I just want to mention that the moon, before it meets the sun, which is the new moon, when the moon meets the sun, the moon would have to have met up with Chiron, okay? And this means another layer of emotional healing. And then the moon met up with Mercury, okay? And this was significant because when it met up with Mercury, the mental healing that we received on April 9th, we imbibed that internally. We imbibed that emotionally. Why? Because the moon is our heart and soul, it's our emotional body, and Mercury is our mind. So when they met up, Mercury kind of, emotionally helped us imbibe that healing, the letting go of the past. Okay? Yeah. And now let's talk about the new moon in Aries, which happens at 7:40 p.m. Pacific time, and it happens at 22 degrees of Aries, okay? Now what is a new moon? A new moon is when the sun and the moon are together. Okay? This happens once a month, and when this happens, when the new moon happens, we set the energy for the entire month. So this energy is going to last with us till May 11th, all right? Now, what is this energy? A new moon in Aries typically brings about new beginnings. Okay, it brings about starting things. It brings about working on who you are, your identity. So, for the next 1 month, these will be the broad themes that we will be focused on. All right. And let's also not forget that yes, this new moon is in Aries, but there's so much energy in Aries, which means that a lot of our focus would be on building and starting new things, constructing our new identity. And why is this? Because typically it is not necessary that when there is a new moon, there's so much energy in Aries, but on this new moon, there is. So, this process, this energy of starting things, taking action, building things, constructing your new identity is very magnified. All right. Okay. Now let's look at the aspects that this moon is making. The first aspect is that this moon at 22 degrees of Aries is sextiling Mars. A sextile is a 60-degree angle, and it's considered to be positive in astrology. It facilitates things, okay? So, and Mars is the ruler of Aries, where the new moon is happening. What this means is that Mars is supporting us in building our new identity, starting new things. We are given the drive, the will, the courage to start new things, to construct our identity, to make a new beginning. We are getting that strength, we are getting that courage, we are getting that willpower, so to speak. Mars is giving it to us. Okay? So that's one important aspect. The next important aspect is that this new moon is also sextiling Jupiter. Okay? It is sextiling Jupiter. Jupiter, what is Jupiter? Jupiter is the most benefic planet. It gives gifts. Okay, it expands things. It's the most optimistic planet. It's the most hopeful planet. And when the new moon sextiles Jupiter, what this means is, as we begin to construct our new identity, as we begin to take action, and as we begin to build our new life, Jupiter is going to bless us. Jupiter is going to facilitate it. Jupiter is going to bestow its blessings on us. Okay, so it's a very positive new moon, a new beginning. All right. Now, the next aspect the moon is making is a semi-sextile to Neptune. Okay, what is a semi-sextile? It's a 30-degree angle, and it is also positive. And in this case, whatever action we are taking, whatever life we are building, whatever we are starting anew, whatever identity we are constructing, we are feeling called to it. We are feeling spiritually called to it. Why? Because Neptune is the spiritual realm. Okay, it's our spirituality. And in a positive angle, there is an element of feeling called to do certain things. Okay? So that's an important aspect. And this new moon is also in a square to Pluto. You see this? Aries and Pluto is here at 26 degrees of Capricorn. And a square to Pluto means a 90-degree angle to Pluto. 90-degree angles are typically considered challenging. Okay? They're considered hard aspects, so to speak, but I don't consider them as hard. They are challenging, yes, but challenges bring about change, and that only happens through action. So what a square typically means then is it will propel you to action. Now, what action would that be? Okay, we will need to transform. Why transform? Because Pluto is transformation. It's death, it's rebirth, it's catharsis. We will have to transform. We will have to rebirth ourselves, our identity. And that's going to transform us, okay? And it's going to transform our material reality, the identity that we start to construct, the new life that we start to build because of the new moon. That is going to transform our material reality. Why? Because Capricorn is material reality. So it's an extremely transformative new moon. It is a new moon that's going to completely destroy the old and set the beginning of the new. Okay? And a lot of this transformation has to do with our relationships, our finances, our projects, our business matters, our legal issues, our self-worth, our values, our skills. Why? Because Venus is there. And Venus and Pluto are in an exact square, okay? They're making an exact square. So this is the part of us that we will need to transform to make this new beginning, to feel that change in our material reality. All right? And I'm going to keep it very short. To sum it up, this new moon is all about building and starting things, okay? It will take courage, it will take action. It's not going to happen by itself. You will have to take action. You will have to have the courage within you to take the steps to build that identity, to go after what you want. Okay? But we have all the support. We have all the support because Mars is sextiling the new moon. And also, Saturn has been in a trine to the North Node. North Node is where we are headed. our path. And Saturn is a builder. So Saturn in the background is helping us build all these things. So we have immense support to take that action, construct our new identity, make things happen, but you will have to take the action by yourself. You will have to have the courage. You will have to have the drive and the self-discipline to get there, to make this new start, to get this new beginning for yourself. Okay? This new moon will also transform us, our identity, and all things related to Venus, like our self-worth, our values, skills, how we make money, our relationships, our business partnerships, our legal issues. This is the moon that's going to transform everything in that area. And it will especially be the point where the past will be completely over. We've been releasing for 1 month. 1 month's a long time. We have been releasing, and on this day, it would have been over the past. Because we carry the past in us, with us, and mentally it's always there. Although the events have gotten over, it's always there with us. So by this point, we would have gotten it out of our soul, out of our system, out of our mind, out of our heart. Okay? And till May 11th, we will be in this energy of building things, starting things, taking action, needing to have courage, self-discipline, willpower. Okay? So that's the new moon in Aries for you guys. It's a very positive new moon. It's all about new beginnings and starting things. So make the most of it. And there's really nothing negative here. I usually don't see things negative in the first place, but I especially don't see anything negative here. Okay, and now I'm not going to talk about the new moon particularly, but I'm going to give a brief background to give you guys the general energy that you're coming into the new moon with, because the background in astrology means everything. Okay, so the first background I want to give is that Saturn and Chiron have been sextiling each other. Okay, for some time. They sextile properly on Feb 9th for the first time, exactly rather. And that's when we took a decision. We started to build something. We took steps, decisive steps that would heal us, that would heal our identity. And this energy is going to be with us for the whole year. So the whole year, we will be slowly building, slowly taking steps, slowly taking decisions that will heal our identity. And it started on Feb 9th, maybe even a little before, but it came exact on Feb 9th. The second is the Uranus. Where's Uranus? Uranus and Saturn square, okay? This energy is also going to be with us for the whole year. And what is this energy? This energy is basically about coming into your authentic self. It's finding out who you are on the inside and making that tangible, making that your reality. And this is going to happen all year. All right. The next thing is the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that happened in December of 2020. Jupiter is here and Saturn is here. They met up at 0 degrees of Aquarius, and they meet up once in 20 years. And when they meet up, they begin a 20-year cycle. So we started a new 20-year cycle in December of 2020. And we've seen most of what that cycle will entail for us, most of it, not completely. Okay? And Saturn is going to help us build this new beginning till 2023, till it is in the sign of Aquarius. And this energy will stay with us till 2040. So that's another thing happening in the background. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that happened in January of 2020. This happens once in 35 to 38 years, so it's a really, really big deal. And it happened after 1982, 1984 in Jan of 2020. So it ended a 38-year cycle, so to speak, and began another one. So we are still building that new cycle of 35 years. We're still building it. We haven't seen what it is completely about, not yet. We still have some time to go. That thing hasn't been completely activated. It will be this year. I'll talk about it in another video. But we are in the process of constructing that as well. And the last thing that I want to touch upon is the nodes. The nodes have been in the sign of Gemini and Sagittarius since May of 2020. they were at the same spot between 2001 and 2003. They were in Gemini and Sagittarius. They have an 18.5-year cycle. So whatever themes you started back then in your life, 2001, 2003, whatever projects, whatever happened in your life around then, those themes are coming back. We are going to take one more step forward in either resolving those issues or constructing on it or building on it or releasing them completely. Okay, so this is the energy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Do subscribe if you can. Okay, bye.